Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about number formatting in Excel. So if you type numbers in Excel, let's say 5, 6, 6.5, they'll come up in a general format. So they would come up as just a plain number text, and you have the option now to change the formatting using your number tools in Excel. So to find your number tools, you go to your home tab and you'll see a number section where your number tools are. In this drop-down menu, you'll see options to change your number formatting. You can change one number format at a time, or you can select a series of numbers and change your number format. So you go to your drop-down menu and you'll see general, no specific numbers, no specific format. That's the format we're on right now. And there are also other formats underneath it and a little example at the bottom to show you how your number would appear should you select certain other formats. We would cover the date format a little later down in the same video. Right. So let's say we want to change this number format to dollars and cents. There's a currency option, and there's also a currency option without the dollar sign. In addition to your drop-down menu, you also have these shortcuts here that are used often. So these are little dashboard shortcuts to help you to quickly change your number format. So if you click on the dollar sign, it will automatically change all your numbers with the dollar sign to dollars and cents. If you click on the comma style, it'll still show decimals, but it will remove the dollar sign. Another thing you're going to notice about this number format box is that there are these two buttons at the bottom here. This button increases your decimal spaces and this one decreases your decimal spaces. So that's just something to note as well, depending on how you want to display your numbers, if you want to increase your decimals or decrease it. And then you also have percentage option where it converts your number to a percentage. If you are using the percentage option, remember that 5 would convert to 500% because 1 is 100%. So if you want to put 5%, you're going to have to type 0.05 for it to come up as 5%. So I'm going to change this back to currency style. And if you're in a country that doesn't use dollar signs, you can actually select your respective country's currency code or your currency symbol by going into your extended number tools. To access your extended number tools, you click on this arrow in the corner here. Before you click on this arrow, you'd have to select the cells you want to format, because when you open up the tools box, you wouldn't have the option then to select where you want to format. So we're going to it's going to open up automatically on the accounting tab if you've formatted it to accounting before. If not, you can click on your accounting options or your currency options, and you can choose here in this drop down menu what currency symbol your country uses. You can also scroll down and select your country's currency code. So my country is Trinidad and Tobago, so that will be TTD. Okay, so my cell now displays my currency code. So if you're using multiple currencies in one spreadsheet and you would like to show which currency is in which cell, you can use this option to show your currencies as well. I'm just going to change this back to comma style, and I'm going to show you one last thing. If I have a number in Excel, but I don't want it to register as a number, so for example, if I have my year 2024, and I add a sum at the bottom, my sum is going to pull all the way up to 2024. And if you're not careful and you're not checking back these things, it's going to cause some differences and some errors down the road. To avoid that happening, whenever you enter a year or whenever you enter a number in Excel that you would like to just stay as a text and not register as a number, you're going to have to go into the cell, and before you type the number, type apostrophe and then the year. When you do that, your formula, even though it picks up the year, it's not going to register it as a number. And it's always a good habit to use whenever you're using numbers in Excel that you don't want to pick up as a number. You always put that apostrophe at the start so that if you're using a formula, it doesn't pull down that number in error. The next thing I want to talk about is date formatting in Excel. Date formats are always a little bit tricky because some people may write the day first and then the month and then the year when they write any date, and some people may write the month and then the day and then the year. So how do we get around that in Excel? For me, I get a little bit confused and I lose track of whether it's day, month, year, or month, day, year, especially if I'm using a spreadsheet prepared by someone else. It's difficult to tell which is which. So to avoid all of that, what I like to do is I like to use a formatting that actually spells out the month. So I would use this formatting. So if I'm typing today's date, 26th of December 24, I will type it like that, and Excel will automatically register that as a date and present it like that. All right. So this is the same as 26 December 24, right? And that's because my computer, the region my computer is set to, will put day, month, and then year, right? Now, even though you're seeing two date formats for the same date, 26th of December 2024, Excel in the background recognizes dates as a number. And sometimes if you're formatting your document and you accidentally change your number format for a date and you press your comma style button, you'd actually see the number that Excel uses to recognize this date. To change it back, you simply go to your drop down menu and click on short date, and it will come up in your date format. And to change it back to the format that I like to use, you go to your number menu, you go to US, which is here, and then you click on the date format, and it will change it back to the number format that I like to use. The reason why Excel will use a number to register a date is because it will allow the flexibility to use your date in formulas. So for example, if I want to find what date it will be in 2 days time, or in 3 months, or in 60 days, what date it will be, I can say this date plus 60, and in 60 days time it'll be the 24th of February 2025. So for that reason, Excel will use a number to represent a date. So that's basically the general introduction to number formatting in Excel. There are a lot of new concepts to look at, especially with regards to your date formatting. Feel free to practice and play around with your number formatting and your date formatting and find what works for you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in our next video. Bye.